Well, hello everyone. This is your instructor, Dr. Vaughn. I'm making a quick screencast video to show you how to use the equation editor inside of Microsoft Word in order to typeset some of these rational expressions that you're asked to simplify in this opening section 7.5. So I'm going to just use a made-up example. This is not a real one from the book, but I have typed the headers out into my Microsoft Word document here for as if I were doing a homework problem. So the problem I'm going to work here with you is simplifying a rational expression that has two different variables in it. So the first thing I'm going to do is write out just a little bit of an introduction. So we begin, I'm going to try to write with complete sentences as much as I can with the rational expression. And now I'm going to access the equation editor. So this is the main point of the video. So to do that, I go up to the Insert menu, and I go over, mine is over here on the right-hand side. It says Insert Equation. If you don't have this particular item in your toolbar, or you have a different version of Microsoft Word, you might have to look around for exactly where this equation editor is going to live. But once you click on this equation editor, I get this little box showing up down here, which is where I'm going to actually type the equation. I also have a whole palette full of tools that are now available to me under this window that pops up under Design that says Equation Tools. So I'm going to go to the Fraction menu, and I'll just click on the big fraction that I want to have, because you'll see the problem as it starts to emerge. It consists of a big rational expression with fractions in each, the numerator and the denominator. So I'm going to start with the template for the big fraction, and then I'm going to click on this little box in order to access the numerator of that fraction. Now the numerator of the fraction is going to consist of a fraction again, so I'm going to go back to the fraction tool and click this again and fill in what the top and the bottom of this little fraction are going to be, a 5 here and a t here. I understand this is pretty small. You'll actually see it a little larger once I start to expand this a little bit. So that's my little fraction, 5 over t, but then I want to add to this little fraction, 5 over t, the expression, the variable expression m. And now I click on the little box down here to write the expression that I want to have in the denominator of the rational expression. And this, in the denominator, I want to have a fraction as well. So I'll go back to the fraction tool and select the fraction option again. And the fraction that I want to have in the bottom has a t in the numerator and an m in the denominator. So once I'm all done, that's my problem. That's the one that I'm being given, and I'm showing you how to typeset it here in Microsoft Word. So I'm going to click outside of the window, and you can make this bigger if you want. I'll see if maybe I can make the font size a little bigger so you can see it. You can see that it's typeset pretty well. It's neat, it's clean. I can tell specifically what's in the numerator and what's in the denominator. Okay, so that's my problem statement. Now I'm going to go about simplifying it just to demonstrate a couple more iterations of using the equation editor. So first, let's find a common denominator. First, let's find the least common denominator, which on the numerator I have a denominator of t, and in the denominator I have a denominator of m. So the least common denominator for this rational expression is going to be t times m. And I don't have to typeset that, I could just write it out as a sentence here. So then we multiply the numerator and denominator of the rational expression by this LCD, which is t times m. Alright, so let's demonstrate what that is going to look like. Now one of the nice things about the equation editor is I can actually copy this and then I can click back into it, get rid of the period if you want. I can click back into it and go right back into the equation editor. And you can click up here to get back into the tools. So this is what the original expression was, and now I'm going to put a big times symbol. I'll just use an X for times, and then now I want to add the fraction, where I'm going to put a t times an m up on top and a t times an m on the bottom. Alright, so now we're going to multiply the t times the m in the numerator and the t times the m in the denominator and show what that looks like. So let's again just kind of copy, well, we still have it copied in the box, so we'll just paste in our previous copied thing, delete the period, it moves it back to the middle, that's nice. And this time I'm going to multiply the t times the m over here. So when you multiply the t times the 5 over t, the t's cancel, which leaves me just the 5m. And then I have tm times the mt, I'm sorry, tm times the m, which gives me a t with an m squared. Now to do the square button, I need to again go up to my tools and click on this button, the script, which is going to allow me to give this thing with an exponent. So I'll put m in the base and the exponent of 2 that goes with the m. Notice that because there's no parentheses, the squared option is not being applied to the t. Now in the denominator, the m's are going to cancel, and I'll just have t times t, which is t squared. So I'll delete the fraction, and I'll go back to my script tool and put in the base, which is t, and the numerator, which is a square. Now that's pretty much it. There really isn't anything else that can be simplified on this particular rational expression. There is one other way that I could express the answer if I wanted, and that is I could factor an m out. Now we'll just kind of do the paste in again and delete the period and go into our equation editor. See, if you factor an m out, you could actually write the whole numerator as m times parentheses. Now I'll go back into my tools, and you'll see that there's actually this bracket option up here, which has built-in kind of brackets. So I'll use that instead of just typing in individual open parentheses and close parentheses. So once I factor the m out, you have a 5 left over in the beginning, and then one of the m's is gone, so I just have a t times m here. And in the denominator, there really isn't anything else to do except just restate the t squared term. There's nothing to factor there. So go to the script option, build the base of t and an exponent of 2, and I'll put a period to end the sentence, and this is my complete solution. I've justified each of the steps along the way, starting with this rational expression and ending with 2 different versions of the same kind of simplified expression. Well, that's it for today. I hope this has been useful to you. Please let me know if you enjoyed this kind of a screencast video and if I can do more of them to help you out in the future. Have a great day.